Why is it telling me that my parking costs $2,400?
Bro, Canada and these ridiculous parking ticket prices are outrageous.
Oh, did you guys know that parking tickets have gone way the fuck skyrocketing high?
Parking tickets in Toronto are going up.
The cost of street parking in the city could be on the rise for a third straight year.
I just parked just to say hi. Next thing I came out, tickets. The thing is, like, the amount is ridiculous. How?
All right, just paid for parking and what the hell?
Torontonians, speed camera gun, but parking ticket go up.
Welcome back to Canadian Rant. I need someone to explain something to me. Because right now, parking in Toronto is getting completely out of control. I'm serious. You drive downtown, try to stop somewhere for a quick errand, maybe grab a coffee or pick something up, and suddenly the parking machine is asking for an amount that makes you think it's broken? $40 for 20 minutes? How does that make any sense? And here's the thing, this isn't just a one-time complaint. Reports are already saying Toronto's on-street parking rates could increase again this year. So let's think about this for a second. The city already has some of the highest living costs in Canada, expensive public transit traffic everywhere, and limited parking spaces. And now, even short-term parking is becoming ridiculously expensive. At what point does a normal trip into the city just stop being worth it? Today we're going to talk about what's happening with parking in Toronto, why prices keep going up, and whether this is actually helping the city, or just making life harder for the people who live and work here. Let's get into it.
All right, just paid for parking and what the hell?
Torontonians, speed camera gun, but parking ticket go up. And we're gonna give so much more.
Yo, tell me why I came to park at Rideau Center, Ottawa. Okay? I came to park. Why is it telling me that my parking costs $2,400? Bro, I wasn't even here for an hour. No, they need to get their shit together, man.
Bro, Canada and these ridiculous parking ticket prices are outrageous. Canada, stop! Canada, stop! There are 3 parking spots where I live. The snowplow came and it took the snow out of 2 of the spots and it shifted it into my spot. So then, obviously, I have nowhere to park. I don't have a snowblower. I'm not going to dig out the mountain of snow out of a parking spot. So I parked on the street overnight because I don't have a parking spot. $65 parking ticket. Are you fucking kidding me? This country literally tries to suck every single living cent out of the pocket of its citizens. It's like they incentivize you to be a bum. You work harder, you work more hours, you get taxed more. Meanwhile, there are people who are literally voluntarily bums so that they can have all the free time in the world while enjoying everyone else's money. And they get the money. The taxes out of your paychecks are already ridiculous enough. And they still have ridiculous taxes on every single thing you buy. Your rent is already skyrocketed. Your car insurance is insane. And the cherry on top is you have to pay for parking every single fucking place you visit. Now, luckily, there are some places that are not that expensive to park. But then other places, it is absolutely ridiculous what you have to pay for parking. And if you try to find somewhere else to park because you can't afford it, you're going to get slapped with an even more expensive ticket. And then there's some people that would say, so why do you have a car? You don't need a car, then just use public transportation. Listen, if most of us in Canada do not own cars, we can kiss our jobs goodbye. Because the jobs are usually far away. You have to get on a highway to get to your jobs. Most of us. So a lot of you can give up your cars and spend 2 hours on a go bus every day to get to work, and you're still going to get there late. Eventually, you're going to get fired. And then you're going to end up on welfare, going to food banks. So for a lot of people, not owning a car is not an option. And they fucking know this. And so they keep finding every little way to suck every single dollar out of your fucking pockets. And on top of that, you have all these different charities begging you for donations everywhere you go. You go to a Walmart, there's a charity on the screen. Oh, give $1 to support. You go to Fortino's, there's a different charity. You go to freaking Metro, there's a different charity. And if you avoid all those, there's people who literally come knocking on your doors for charity donations. And if you're a kind-hearted person, you most likely are going to be giving to charity here and there. Now, I usually donate whenever I'm in the store. Plus, I have a charity I donate $20 a month to. I know it's not much, but hey, I'm not rich. I donate $20 a month to some charity to provide little girls an education or whatever, you know. But you see these ridiculous parking tickets and the prices? I'm canceling every single charity subscription, every single drop of money I would have ever donated to charity. They're now going to be used to pay whatever ticket I get. What? The money has to come from somewhere. And it's not going to come from my bill money. So now this is my donation to Canadian society. These parking tickets are my donation. I ain't doing nothing else. Alright, I'm tired of this place. I see why a lot of people in this country become so selfish and cutthroat. And it's because you always have to be on defense against your own country. Alright? Because they are out to get you every day. Any little slip up, they are out to run your pockets. And so you gotta keep your pockets as tightly shut as possible. And if people want to call you selfish, so be it. But I get it. Like, I get wanting to keep order and enforce laws or whatever, but the ticket couldn't be $20. $65 for who? Who is that money I know the money is going to the city, but who do you think you are? $65. Because I parked on the side of the street. That $65 is coming from that charity. It's not coming from me. And I will not be restarting any subscriptions.
I swear to God, I will park this car for you people. The amount of tickets you guys give is crazy in Toronto, especially the amount of tickets is crazy. I just parked just to say hi. Next thing I came out, tickets. The thing is, like, the amount is ridiculous. How do you expect an 18-year-old boy like me to afford all this? Is it a crime buying a car in this Toronto? At least we should be giving this ticket based on the person's age. 18-year-old boy like me, how will I be able to afford $1,000 tickets? It's crazy. I'll park the car for you people. I will leave. I'm no longer driving. I will leave. I'm done. I will leave this car for you people since you guys don't want me to drive again, because what the hell is this?
Hey, do you live in Toronto? Well, guess what? Our city wants more of our money. Parking tickets in Toronto are going up. Some of the proposed increases are parking in bike lanes, $150 to $200. Not paying at a parking machine, $30 to $75. And if you don't have a permit when you need one, it's a $75 fine. The city's staff budget stated it would bring in $40 to $50 million in revenue. And to the city of Toronto, how much more money do you want to bleed from us?
So I once got a parking ticket and I was wondering what I did wrong. Like, I looked at the sign, I parked. I'm actually at the spot. I just got here now. I just remembered. So I parked here. And I parked within the time I was supposed to park. And I spent like 15 minutes because I just went to grab something from the store down there. I spent like 15 minutes and came back, and there was a ticket of $80 if I pay immediately and $100 if I don't pay after 1 week. And I was wondering, what did I do wrong? Like, I parked within the time. I didn't even spend up to 2 hours. Like, I spent 15 minutes. And when I went through the ticket properly, you see this thing behind me? Fire hydrant. So my car was just right in front of this place. So I was parked in front of this fire hydrant and I never knew about it. So don't ever park in front of this.
Oh, did you guys know that parking tickets have gone way the fuck skyrocketing high? Like, holy fuck. I got a parking ticket yesterday for $120 fucking dollars. Can you believe that? I was fucking shocked. I didn't know they were that expensive. The last time I had any kind of ticket, like when I was driving my other vehicles, like in the past, they were only $30 fucking $40, yeah, $40 for parking. Like, what the fuck? $120. And I just went on their fucking website, the City of Toronto, to see if I could get a reduction in the amount. So I wrote the thing. Sorry, I have a fucking glare in my glasses. I fucking hate it. See now, like there's like a fucking reflection, right? Anyway, so I sent a request for a reduction, or no, I disputed the amount. So they're gonna send me the response in an email. So pray for me. Pray for me. Maybe I'll get a reduction. Anyways, that's all I need. Just let's hope I get a fucking lower amount, at least.
My mind is blown right now because I am not built for the TCC. I drive everywhere, and when it comes to parking downtown, it is so freaking expensive. So we decided that we're going to go to Raptors game and take the TTC down to the Scotiabank Arena. Turns out there were a few lines that are closed, so we drove to Yonge and Bloor, and we're going to take the TTC there. Okay, so Ed downloaded this app called Spot Hero. I've never heard of it before, but apparently you just put in the address that you want to park in, and it shows you certain parking garages around the area. So I knew that those apps existed. What I didn't realize is that you could actually get a discount off of your parking. So we pull up to the parking garage, and the night price is $10. The day price is also $10. We're kind of in the middle, overlapping on both. So we were going to have to pay $20 for parking. And on the app, it said it was only $8. So he just prepaid it, and we scanned a QR code, parked at one of the busiest parking garages at Yonge and Bloor, and ended up paying less than half the price. Am I the only one that didn't know that this existed, or...
And staying with motorists, looks like it will cost you more to park on Toronto streets this year, as hourly rates are on track to increase throughout 2026. The Toronto Parking Authority will vote on a report next week that proposes increasing rates by at least 25 cents at most of the metered spots around the city. Prices last went up in 2024. The city says it's trying to encourage parking turnover to help keep the city moving, address traffic congestion, and serve businesses. If approved, the increase would bring in more than $2.5 million in new revenue to the city by the end of this year.
This is such a first world problem, but I'm so mad. I just had to pay an extra $2 for parking because I didn't have cash on me. And the joke is I actually have so much cash on me because I'm doing a market today, and I have a float of a bunch of cash in case people pay cash and need change. And I usually keep cash in my car for moments like this, but I just got my Jeep back and I don't have cash in it yet. And I had to pay by card, and I had to pay a $2 processing fee. And people, this is tragic, okay? This is tragic. The free parking person in me is dying right now.
My mind is blown right now because I am not built for the TCC. I drive everywhere, and when it comes to parking downtown, it is so freaking expensive. So we decided that we're gonna go to Raptors game and take the TTC down to the Scotiabank Arena. Turns out there were a few lines that are closed, so we drove to Yonge and Bloor, and we're going to take the TTC there. Okay, so Ed downloaded this app called Spot Hero. I've never heard of it before, but apparently you just put in the address that you want to park in, and it shows you certain parking garages around the area. So I knew that those apps existed. What I didn't realize is that you could actually get a discount off of your parking. So we pull up to the parking garage, and the night price is $10. The day price is also $10. We're kind of in the middle, overlapping on both. So we were gonna have to pay $20 for parking. And on the app, it said it was only $8. So he just prepaid it, and we scanned a QR code, parked at one of the busiest parking garages at Yonge and Bloor, and ended up paying less than half the price. Am I the only one that didn't know that this existed, or...
When you step back and look at the bigger picture, parking in Toronto isn't just about finding a place to leave your car. It's about accessibility to the city itself. Because for a lot of people, driving is still a necessary part of daily life. Not everyone lives right beside a subway station. Not every job is accessible by transit. Not every errand can be done within walking distance. So when short-term parking starts costing what feels like restaurant money, It raises a bigger question: who exactly is the city designed for? If someone wants to drive downtown to support a local business, visit a restaurant, or run a quick errand, should they really feel like they're paying a penalty just for stopping their car? Cities around the world do increase parking prices as a way to manage traffic and encourage public transit, and that's understandable to a point. But when prices start to feel extreme, it can have the opposite effect. People avoid certain areas. Small businesses lose casual customers. Visitors choose other places to go. And for residents, it just adds another layer to the growing list of everyday costs in Toronto. Housing is expensive, groceries are expensive, transit keeps getting debated, and now even a quick stop somewhere can come with a surprising parking bill. It makes people wonder whether the balance is being lost. Managing congestion is important. Encouraging transit is important. But cities also need to remain practical for the people who actually live in them. So now I want to hear from you. Have you had a crazy parking experience in Toronto recently? What's the most you've ever paid just to park for a short time? Drop your stories in the comments, because I'm sure a lot of people have similar experiences. If you found this relatable, hit like so more Canadians see it. And if you enjoy honest conversations about everyday issues affecting life in Canada, subscribe to Canadian Rant. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.